morning and welcome to Tech Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jamie Schwartz with the Small Business Development Center here at UNLV's Office of Economic Development. We're located at the Blackfire Innovation Center in the Harry Reid Research and Technology Park. If you haven't been here, come check it out. This morning, we're going to check on the makerspace because they're printing some signs for me. Tomorrow is SBDC Day and we're trying to decorate the place a little bit for the occasion. After that, we're going to meet with one of our newest clients. Holland Wood is the advisor, and the client is Rowley with Thunder NSI. He's got some exciting things happening and can't wait to share that with you. For now, let's go check out what's going on in the makerspace and see about those sticker signs. Good morning, guys. Hi. So, SBDC Day is tomorrow. We have some signs that we're going to print.
Yeah, this is what we're gonna print on that big guy over there.
So, are we about to print the signs? If I come back later after I do this interview, do you think they might be ready to look at, or at least ready to see what's coming out of the printer?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll come back after we do our interview and we'll see how the signs turned out, and then I'll tell you a little bit about how you can have signs made for your business as well. So while I walk over to meet Ryan, here's a little video so you can find out more about Thunder NSI. So that was Thunder NSI, a brief recap. And now here we are with Ryan Rowley and also his advisor, the infamous Holland Wood. Holland was just here sitting chatting with Ryan. And
Yep, so we're going to follow up on some things related to his exciting range. I'm going to leave you here to talk to Jamie because I got other clients to take care of. You think you're my favorite, I have other favorites to take care of. So I'll leave you two together.
All right, he's got other tech clients to take care of. Holland is one of our tech experts here at the SBDC. He has experience with SBIR applications, and in fact, he even was granted an SBIR award. And so we really, really appreciate Holland's expertise. And if that's something that your company is interested in, or if you've got a tech concept that you're looking to develop, Holland Wood is absolutely the best counselor to be talking to. So can't say that enough. All right, now go away, go do all your work with everyone. All right.
You're the best.
Well, and here we are with Ryan Rowley, Ryan Rowley with Thunder NSI. Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Sit down here so we can sit and chat a little more comfortably.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in today. I know that you've got a lot going on. It's a big week for you.
Yeah, it's I I think when you're doing a startup, like every week is just feels like, the days feel like weeks and the weeks feel like days, and you're just going as hard as you can at it. So yeah, I'm glad that I could spend some time here with SBDC.
Thanks for fitting us into the mix. So tell the audience, they got to see a little promo video as I was walking over here, so they got a little background, but tell us a little bit more about Thunder NSI and what are you guys doing?
Yeah, so I think like a lot of entrepreneurs that are out there, Thunder NSI, we're here to disrupt the world. We're here to take it over. We're here to change everything where we can. But you got to start somewhere. So my background has been in the networking space, and we've also done stuff in the cybersecurity space. And what we saw a few years back is that those spaces, networking, security, and intelligence, they've really started combining together. And so that's what started Thunder NSI all about. Most recently, companies, they evolved, and we've really started focusing in the enterprise video surveillance market, which is a lot of fun. And what we're doing there is we're helping bridge companies that have video surveillance systems locally and helping them bridge between the edge and the cloud.
Wow. Okay, so right now you're in the midst of raising your first serious round of capital.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
Well, so when you look at raising, it's a whole new beast. I would say that for us, at least as a company, we looked at what makes sense. And the best way for me to describe it is I look at raising funding as a tool in the toolbox that you're going to want to pull out and you'll use it at the right time. So it's not necessarily that you want to raise as soon as you can. We spent a couple of years making sure that we found product market fit, making sure that we had our product actually built and our customer base developed. And so I think every company is going to be different. There is no right answer, but for us, we wanted to actually wait a little bit longer before going out and raising. And for us, that's made a huge difference.
And so tell us a little bit about the outsourced development model that you're using. I know you're working with engineers in Turkey. And so what advice would you share for other entrepreneurs and startups in this space, particularly on the outsourcing model there?
Okay, so we're using overseas engineers, but I would say that when we look at our company, people is really what makes up Thunder NSI. So it's not like you can just say, hey, I'm going to go grab any engineer. There's lots of guys like on Upwork or in other places and just say like, hey, that's going to make it all work and everything's going to be happy. For us, the experience we've had has been fantastic, but it's taken us years to develop a team that we can trust and that we've got engineering talent that we know can actually deliver. So I would say to other entrepreneurs, have some caution and really take baby steps. If it's something that you want to do, you can do it, and there's huge advantages for it, but it's not necessarily for everyone. And I've had experience running overseas international teams for many years before doing this. So I felt comfortable about doing having an overseas team, but you may not, and that's okay.
Okay, so just doing a little research before we had our interview today.
All right.
There was a competitor of yours, Verkada. Is that how you pronounce that? You're
Verkada's
familiar?
correct. Yep.
Okay, so just recently, right, there was a big scandal, big security breach. How will you avoid a similar story to your competitor?
Yeah, so
or maybe, I guess, if you're familiar, will you give a little background from a technical perspective of what actually happened there?
Yeah, so this one actually, it's not that technical. What happened in this particular case was someone left a admin username password out on the open web, and someone got that username password, and they were able to log into their main system and see all of their customers' security feeds, which was really bad because they focused on high-profile customers like Tesla, like jails, hospitals, those kind of things where you don't want those feeds publicly available. The way that we built out our architecture is quite different than our competitors in the space, in that we actually have our customers, they get to own and manage their own data. Whereas those guys, what they do is they have a centralized cloud repository that is really great as far as user experience, but the challenge you have is that now all of a sudden everybody's data can be available. With ours, what we let our customers do is have full control of that data, own that data, And then what we focus on, like I talked about before, is the edge up to that head end, and we make sure that that's really secure and rock solid. So for us, this has been a great example of how, one, security is critical in video surveillance. And if you can't keep it secure, there's big consequences. But two, also that we have a fundamental difference in architecture that provides a competitive advantage.
Oh, okay. So tell us a little bit about, let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk about what it's been like to work with the SBDC.
All right. So here's my take with SBDC. I have tried to work with many government organizations in the past. And to be honest, it's always somewhat helpful, but oftentimes it's very limited in the help that you're going to get. Working with SBDC has been an absolute pleasure for me because it's been difficult to find someone that has the same kind of mentality that I've had, which is let's go big and let's go after this thing and take on the world. Most times you're talking with people that they don't think the same way. But working with Holland, for example, has been quite refreshing in that I told him same day, like, here's the situation, this is where we want to go. And he says, hey, man, I'm going to help you get there. And let's start talking about what it is. I'll be honest, the workload is on me. So I own that workload, but having somebody there that's saying, hey, listen, you've got to do this, you need to get that, you need to get that before you're ready to actually go out, it's been super helpful.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was just going to say that I know from my conversations with you and then from talking to Holland that that's really what makes the relationship work so well is he can see where you need to go. He's got different connections and networks to create, opportunities for you and to help open doors and create the plans that you need to do. But you've got to do the work, and you do. And that's what really makes the best productive relationships working with SBDC is when the client and the advisor can create homework, create your plan, come back together, analyze, assess, figure out what's next, build the next plan, do it, come back together. And it sounds like what you guys have been doing. And really, those have been the examples that have been most successful, I think, for all of us here with our clients. So it's a partnership.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a partnership. The other thing that I think has been really nice for us is I came from Silicon Valley, right? So I was with all these different tech companies, and they have all these different ways for you to integrate and get to know other people within the industry. Coming out in Nevada, it's not known as like a tech big hub, right? So having SBDC around to be able to help me get to know other like-minded individuals in the area has been huge. And Holland's he's already started doing that for me, where he's brought in other people that are doing different tech things, and we've got together and we've had interesting conversations. And that's been really enjoyable. I'd missed that from Silicon Valley from before. So it's nice to be able to have an organization that can help link us up together, and together we're stronger.
Okay, well, I am really excited to hear you saying that because it sounds like maybe we're even broadening your awareness of the tech community that does exist here.
Yeah, so
I hope that you are. It sounds like it.
Yeah, you don't really see, like, you don't even know it's there. Like, when I came out, I was trying to, like, hook up with different people. But they're there. It's just, you got to start tapping into different resources and work a little harder to find it. And it's been nice to have some people to give you some guidance, not on the business side, but also, like, how do you negotiate and build out relationships here in Las Vegas?
Well, and that's really what Blackfire is all about. That's what the Office of Economic Development and SBDC are all kind of joining forces to do right now is to build out a tech community in what we're now calling the Innovation Corridor here at the Tech Park, right? And we're not the only ones calling it that. That's being the governor's words and everyone else right now, because I think that's the expectation is that we're going to develop a much more technologically savvy populace here. And we're going to bring in more and more innovative companies, technology-based companies, and really strengthen that industry here. And so that's one of our focuses. And the only way we can do that is by partnering with tech industry leaders like yourself and innovators and entrepreneurs and put everybody as closely together as we can so that collaborations happen and start to develop this thing like Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you're saying this stuff. Paul and I were literally just talking about this a couple minutes ago about how that's like his goal, which is to find guys and girls that want to go out and they want to do something big. They want to change the world. And what you guys are focused on is giving us the tools, the relationships, and connecting us up so that we can go out and do it. And that's what I'm most excited about.
Oh, well, and I'm also most excited that it's been productive for you because yesterday, okay, so just to refresh for a second because we had a small technical difficulty. Sorry, everybody. I was just asking Ryan about yesterday. He's just launched his business platform or his business profile on the Gust platform. And that's a platform for seeking capital investors to his business. And he's going to tell us a little bit about what that's like and how that's gone so far.
Yeah, so I think any entrepreneur that's going at it, you got to kind of figure out a bunch of things in the beginning. And when I was working on Thunder NSI, the thing that we decided early on is we really wanted to focus on building out our product set and finding our customers. Because of that, we decided to be an LLC and really just say, hey, we're going to self-fund this thing for a while to get there. When you decide to go on Gust and you say, hey, now I'm going to seek investors, it's a total different animal. It's completely different as far as the way that you approach it. It's completely different the way that you set up your business plan. It's completely different the way that you have to have your mentality on growth. So before we went on Gust, I would say we spent a good month just really working through bottoms up, tops down financial reviews, looking at how are we going to grow, where are we going to grow, why are we going to grow? And then once you really have this 5-year plan of this is where we're going, this is how we take the company to the next level, then going on to Gust, it wasn't very difficult to put everything on there. It was more about, do we have a solid plan where we feel good about the company, its direction, and we want to take it to the next level. And so once we did that, Gust was actually quite easy to use, very understandable. And if you're looking to raise, it seemed like a great first step in moving that direction.
Well, so I can't wait to see what happens if I talk to you in another 30 days. And I think we'll follow up and find out what the progress has been. What's next for you and how are you reaching out locally to attract more clients and how can they reach you?
Okay, so our company is a little bit different than most. We focus both domestically and internationally. The truth is our business has been doing really well for the past couple months. And so it hasn't been a challenge to get new customer base. That really hasn't been the focus for us.
Excellent.
Really, the challenge has been in building out the team to support that customer base. And then also on the operation sides, there's quite a bit of challenges overseas with supply chain. So what my emphasis for the next couple of weeks is going to be is focus on solving some of the internal company challenges that you have with growing pains, because that's where we're at in the company is we've got growth as much as we can handle, but what we don't want to do is have a bad customer experience. So trying to kind of manage great customer experience while you're growing, it's been a real challenge for us.
Well, I think we can probably help you work through a couple of those
Yeah,
strategies.
hence why I'm here.
Yeah, all right. Well, 30 days, do you think that that's a great time to follow up and see how things have progressed?
Absolutely. Happy to come back. Happy to tell you guys, give you an update.
Okay, well, we'll be back with Ryan Rowley then in 30 days, and we'll find out what's happened with Thunder NSI and whether or not he's found more support and all of the things he's trying to build out. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and good luck with everything you're doing.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Now we are going to make our way back over to the makerspace and check on the big signs that we're printing for SBDC Day. So come along with me. We'll be quiet since everyone's working here in the co-working space at Cooperate. Kind of intruding by doing this video this morning, but they're nice enough not to say anything. Good morning again. Wow, the printed fast. These are full stickers, right?
Yep.
Oh, this is so great. This is going to look really good. We've got our state directors coming in tomorrow to visit us. So we get two celebrations tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day and SBDC Day. What a combination. And this we'll be able to put up all around. I'm going to print a few more of these today, and we'll put them up around the building so we can celebrate properly. If your business is looking to have signage made, you can have that done here at the Makerspace at UNLV's Office of Economic Development here at Blackfire. If you're an SBDC client, you can reach out to your advisor and they'll connect you with our techs here in the Makerspace. We can create clear stickers. We can create large signs on vinyl. We can create signs on thick foam core. We can create banners for you. The sky is really the limit. The purpose is to help you get your business launched and to market your business and help small businesses in this community. So if you're interested in doing that, go ahead and reach out to your advisor at the SBDC and we will make sure we can get some signage made for you here in the Makerspace. Thanks for joining us today for Tech Tuesday. And next week, I am going to be looking at some of the textile equipment that we have. So for those of you who are interested in printing logos and all kinds of things on any textile bags, shirts, hats, aprons, uniforms, whatever for your business, let's talk about it. Let's talk about getting it done here in the Makerspace. Thanks. Bye.